Hello students and welcome to my online English class. Today we are going to learn about sentences. Now what is a sentence? A sentence may be defined as a group of words that contains a subject and a predicate and it expresses a complete thought. It is a meaningful collection of few words. Always remember that a sentence begins with a capital letter and ends with a period or a full stop, a question mark, or an exclamation mark. Now, a sentence has two parts, a subject and a predicate. What is the subject and what is the predicate? The subject is what or whom the sentence is about whom we are talking in that particular sentence, that is called the subject, and the predicate tells us something about the subject. It tells what the subject is doing. Now, how do we find the subject and the predicate in a sentence? Let us look at this given example to you. Preeti and her dog run on the beach. What do you have to do? First, you find out the verb in the sentence. Which is the verb here? Run. R-U-N, run. Run is the action or it is the verb. So, after finding the verb, you make a question by placing what or who before it. We will ask, what run on the beach? Do we get any answer? No. Then we will ask, who run on the beach? Do we get the answer here? Yes. Who run on the beach? Preeti and her dog. Both. Not only Preeti and not only dog, but Preeti and her dog. So our subject is Preeti and her dog. And what will be the predicate now? What are Preeti and her dog doing? Run on the beach. So that is the predicate because it tells us what the subject is doing. So you have learned here how to identify a subject and the predicate. Now there are some sentences given below, and can you find the subject in each sentence below? Let us see the sentences. My little brother broke his finger. Fruits grow on trees. His friend Rocky asked for directions. Now remember the rule what I told you and try to think. Yes. Now, so first sentence we see first the verb. Which is the verb here? Which is the action? Broke. So we will ask the question, who broke his finger? What answer do we get? My little brother. So our subject is my little brother. Next sentence, fruits grow on trees, which is the verb here, grow. So we will ask, what grow on trees? Do we get the answer here? Yes, fruits grow on trees. So our subject is fruits because we are talking about fruits. Next sentence, his friend Rocky asked for directions. What is the verb here? Asked. Now we ask the question, who asked for directions? The answer is his friend Rocky. So that is the subject. Now can you find the predicate in each of the sentences? The same sentences, my little brother broke his finger. So what is the predicate now? You have found the subject. So the remaining part is which tells us about the subject. Broke his finger. What happened to my little brother? My little brother broke his finger. So the predicate is broke his finger because it is telling us something more about the subject. Next sentence, fruits grow on trees. So our subject was fruits. So grow on trees is telling us about the fruits. That is our predicate. Next sentence, the predicate is asked for directions because it is telling us what our subject is doing. Let us see now the different types of sentences. There are 4 types of sentences: declarative, or you can also call it assertive sentence, imperative sentences, interrogative sentences, and exclamatory sentences. What is a declarative sentence? A declarative sentence is a simple sentence. It is one which states or declares something, or it states a fact. So that is a declarative sentence. Also remember that in a declarative sentence, the subject usually comes before the verb, and it always starts with a capital letter and ends with a full stop in writing. Here are a few examples of declarative sentences. The boy is playing basketball. I am a teacher. Students study their lessons. Students, please note all these sentences are beginning with a capital letter. They are ending with a full stop. And they are all simple sentences which are stating something. They are just telling you about a particular thing. Now, what is an imperative sentence? An imperative sentence is one which expresses a request, a command, or an order. It is when you are giving some request, you are requesting something to somebody or giving a command or an order. An imperative sentence always starts with a capital letter and ends with a period. But it generally, the subject is not mentioned in such type of sentences. There is no subject here and only the predicate is expressed. The subject is implied. You have to only understand it. Let us look at these examples. Go to school. Did you notice the sentence? Go to school. Here, there is any subject is there? No, it is not there. Which is the verb here? Go. But there is nothing before that. So, go to the school. Here, the subject is understood that it is an order. If it is an order, it is given to the person who is standing in front of you. So, the subject is you here. Next sentence, please close the door. It is a request. When you're saying please, it is a request. Please close the door. And again notice there is no subject in this sentence. Next sentence, kindly lend me your book. Again, it is a request, so it is an imperative sentence. Now, what is an interrogative sentence? An interrogative sentence is one that asks a question. An interrogative sentence usually begins with an asking word. Which are the asking words? The asking words like how, why, where, when. All these questions are asking words. And it always begins, an interrogative sentence begins with an asking word, and the first letter is always in capital, and it ends with a question mark. An interrogative sentence is very easy to identify as it always has a question mark at the end. Let us see the examples here. Why did you come late? Did you enjoy the party? Have you received my gifts? Note the use of question mark at the end of every sentence. Last type of sentence is the exclamatory sentence. An exclamatory sentence is one which expresses a sudden or strong emotion or feeling such as happiness, sadness, anger, surprise, fear, or excitement. It's a sudden feeling that you are expressing. Like suddenly if you are feeling sad, you say, oh, I have lost the match. That is a feeling of sadness. Or when you have won the match, hooray, we have won the match. So these are sudden feelings, and to show these we use exclamatory sentence. An exclamatory sentence cannot be a single word. It begins with a capital letter and it ends with an exclamation mark. Always it ends with an exclamation mark. Here are a few examples of exclamatory sentences. Help! Our house is on fire. What a good dinner that was. Run for your life, John. See the use of exclamatory marks at the end of each of the sentences. Now let us see how much you have remembered. I hope you have understood the different types of sentences. So let us identify these sentences. Please tell me, try to think and tell whether they are declarative, imperative, interrogative or exclamatory. First sentence, give me a cup of coffee. What do you think it will be? Okay, just read the sentence and try to think what type it is. Well, it is an order. Give me a cup of coffee. I'll give you a hint. It is an order. So what type of sentence it will be? Yes, it is an imperative sentence. Give me a cup of coffee because it is an order. Also, you notice there is no subject in this. No subject is there in this sentence. So it is an imperative sentence. Next sentence. Today is my birthday. What is this sentence doing? It is a simple sentence and it is just stating something. So it is a declarative sentence. Coming up next, wow, what a beautiful dress. What is there at the end of the sentence? An exclamation mark. So what type of sentence it is? It is an exclamatory sentence. Next sentence, are you from Jaipur? What do you see at the end? A question mark, and it is beginning with an asking word. So it is what type of sentence? It is an interrogative sentence. So students, I hope now you have understood it very nicely, the difference between all the different types of sentences. Hope you have understood this. So please practice some more. That's all for today. Thank you and goodbye.